Today, we're going to be talking about what is literally the biggest update in the history of the console version Rust. That's right, since the release of the console version Rust, there hasn't been an update bigger than this. This does sound rather impressive, but the fact that picking up workbenches was pretty much the only feature added between then and now, outside of a few monuments that were given to us, taken away, and then given back to us, this might not be as impressive as it sounds. But it's still a pretty impressive patch that we do have to talk about. First, there's an elephant in the room that we do need to talk about. I've seen a lot of people on Discord and in my comments section talking about vehicles, oil rig, cargo ship, all these amazing things that are going to be coming to the game soon, and they've got proof. But when you look into this proof, the proof is pretty much the equivalent of seeing my hairy ass running around naked in your backyard and saying you saw a Bigfoot. You might have seen a big something, but it definitely wasn't a Bigfoot. If you know what I'm talking about, make sure you hit that subscribe button. But let's just get into the patch notes. The title of these patch notes, Update 1.20 Patch Notes, Devastation Unleashed. By the way, Devastation Unleashed is the name of this patch. So this is such a big patch that they've actually given it a name. It's the same reason my you-know-what has a name. Anyways, Devastation Unleashed is almost here, and on top of all the features we announced before, there's a lot of quality of life improvements and bug fixes. Let's get to the patch notes to see the full list of changes. And you can see there's a pretty awesome cover art photo here that I'm probably going to use as a thumbnail. I've already done it once, but hey, why not do it twice? New additions to the game: tech tree, 3-kilometer maps, gestures, building blocks, map visual changes, and a new item was added. That is the combat knife. So those of you who are waiting for the combat knife, I'm not 100% sure why you want it so badly, but you got it. And I know there's a few of you out there. Changes: power substations no longer irradiate players. This is good. Reduced chainsaw fuel consumption to be in line with the Steam version. Again, good. Added option to disable blood. For those of you wondering if this game is acceptable for a minor or someone under the age of 13 to play, it's just the casual racism now, not the blood, that's holding you back. Now, let's get into crash fixes. Fixed a crash that could happen when on standby/sleep resume. Fixed a server-side recursive call, which could cause a server to crash. Fixed a hang in the crafting menu. Fixed profile switches, causing a hang on Xbox. So a lot of fixes there, I guess. All right, bug fixes. Fixed players not being able to attach a flashlight to the Thompson. Fixed more splitting issues. So more splitting issues have been fixed, which is ironic given the fact that the game launched without any splitting issues. Fixed the inaccurate upkeep timer. Fixed an issue causing players to be able to clip through specific objects. Fixed an issue that could cause the sky to flicker. So the sky is no longer going to flicker, it's just going to fall. Fixed an issue which could cause projectiles such as hatchet, rocks, etc. to get deleted when being dropped onto an existing item. I thought we fixed this already, but cool. Fixed animals/helicopters being able to target players when in safe zones. Again, I thought we did that already, but all right. Fixed camera movements to feel more natural at different frame rates. So those of you on lesser generations, that's what we're calling you now, you're probably going to have a better experience. Fixed instances of objects popping into view caused by recent FOV changes. Fixed an issue with shadows on the lamps. Fixed the scale of the trees. So now all trees are going to be gigantic. I actually don't, that's not true. Fixed an issue causing players to die right after they respawn if their previous body fell to the ground from a large height. Fixed an issue that could stop players from being able to use a rowboat. Potential fix for invisible trees. So there might be invisible trees filled, but they might be fixed. Fixed potential fix for the puzzle-related items such as fuse boxes going missing for clients. Fixed an issue which would sometimes cause the default crafting view to show up before loading in the current crafting view. Fixed missed collisions on airfield hangar door. Fixed an issue which caused nighttime to be brighter than usual. I actually think night should be brighter than usual, so I'm a little bummed about that. Fixed an issue causing scientists to fire at each other. I think the scientists should be fighting with each other. It adds to the game. There should be two fractions of scientists. They should be fighting each other, and there should be a whole storyline there where I don't know. There could be something there, though. Fixed scientists being able to shoot themselves when aiming upwards. Again, I like that. Fixed the ocean colliders. Fixed shadows from clipping. Fixed an issue with tables causing clipping. Fixed the smoke color. Adjusted the scale of the wounded screen for PS4. Candles now turn off when underwater, like they should, unless you've got a candle that's waterproof. Fixed the locked crate so that shooting the laptop delays the countdown. What? So I didn't know you could do that. So shooting the laptop should delay the countdown. That's interesting. Picking up workbenches will now reduce their durability. Fixed an issue which could cause cliffs to spawn on top of some monuments. fixed an issue causing shop/vendor UI to be navigatable with the right stick, fixed an issue stopping the red X during tree harvesting from sometimes not moving, and sequential, I can't pronounce that word. You know what I mean, not functioning. They fixed the red X. Optimizations added functionality for reducing the number of visual effects spawned on player models to prevent frame drops when using scattershot weapons, so shotguns won't cause you to lag as much. Tuned blood visual effects to improve performance during firefights. Switched terrain shadows to be single-sided instead of double-sided to decrease GPU usage. Disabled shadow casts undersea since they are not visible by players. Simplified lighting calculations for terrain and ocean. Optimized distant ocean by not sampling the normal map to reduce the draw time. Added calling volume to the water in outposts. Reduced the lamp particles. Removed unused ground color from shaders to slightly improve performance. Saved a bit of RAM by changing render texture cache settings. So this is actually a huge amount of changes. In my opinion, this is going to have a pretty decent effect on those of you on last gen. Let me know down below in the comments, but my guess is the game's going to be functioning a lot better for those of you who are on that Xbox One or PS4. So it doesn't seem like much, but from a technical point of view, what they did is actually very smart, and it probably did help quite a bit. This is something that I think the PC version of Rust should probably start doing or start adding as an option, because it is really going to help some of those of you with lesser PCs or gaming laptops like myself. Monument visual fixes. Fixed Z fighting, texture flickering in airfield. Skin store related changes. And this is important because the skin store, that's where all the money comes in. So that's the most important part of the game, obviously. Fixed the skin store, sometimes not loading in certain time zones / locations. So those of you who are pretending to live in Australia because we know it's not a real country, skin store issue that you're blaming on your location is probably going to be fixed. Fixed low resolution icons in the skin store. Added LOD materials to the Doodle 11 t-shirt. Fixed t-shirts clipping through the trousers. Fixed some of the skin previews. Fixed skins not loading in at long distances. So if you buy those skins, they're going to be even more worth it because you can see them from a distance. All right, and that's it. Hope you all have a great time with the release of Devastation Unleashed. Happy Rock Day, everyone. I didn't know it was Rock Day, but that's pretty cool. Rock and roll. Anyways, that's the update. Honestly, it's a pretty big update. Just looking at all the bug fixes and everything like that, there's a lot of quality and life improvements. I think that those of you on last gen are going to be having a better experience. And the new additions to the game, I like the bigger maps. Gestures, I don't think anyone's going to use. Building blocks are always nice to get. The map visual changes, I don't really care about. Combat knife, I don't care about at all. And the tech tree is actually going to be a massive improvement for a lot of us solo players who are just trying to get through the game, mine some scrap, and just go from there. Because honestly, sometimes you just can't run these monuments 20 times in a row hoping that you're going to get C4, or hoping that you're going to get satchels, or hoping that you're going to get this or that. And being able to run through the tech tree worst case scenario is a really nice backup option, and I do like having that. So overall, I think this is a patch for the better. I don't think this is something that's going to draw a lot of people into the game or back into the game, but it's something that's going to make those of us still playing the game a little bit happier, and it sets the path for 2022 and a sort of successful come up for the console version of Rust. So yeah, I think the future's looking bright, and I think this was a pretty good patch. So congrats to the dev team, and thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. Until next time, peace.